Hey, I'm Roland with Mobile Geeks, and we're right here at Samsung's Unpacked 2014 number 2. So this is the launch of the new Galaxy Note 4, which is the new high-end phablet from Samsung with a 5.7-inch screen, and we're just going to quickly compare it with the LG G3, which is right here on the left. So what you get on both devices is pretty much the same resolution, so they both sport 2560 by 1440 pixels, except for the fact that this is actually a 5.5-inch screen and the Note 4 does have a 5.7-inch screen. Also, technical difference, the Note 4 has a much brighter, I think. Let me just check on the brightness. Yep, we're all set to the maximum. So as you can see, the screen on the Note 4 is actually quite a bit brighter than on the LG G3, which has a TFT LCD screen. It's also great screen, IPS panel and stuff, but still it is a bit dimmer. Also, slight difference in the size there, and as you can see, the two devices are totally different. Those 5.7 inches have to go somewhere on the Samsung right here. Let's just quickly take a look at the dimensions while I'll tell you about the specs. So the new Samsung Galaxy Note actually is about like 2 or 3 millimeters wider, and it's also more than a centimeter taller than the G3 right here. Technically, the Note 4 is definitely more advanced since it sports a Snapdragon 805 in here, going up to 2.7 gigahertz on the quad core, or even if you get the octa-core 64-bit SoC from Samsung that's also available in the Note 4. There is a 64-bit CPU, while the G3 still sports the Snapdragon 801, which is now kind of getting old as Samsung is launching the Galaxy Note 4 right here. Other than that, they're pretty much identical except for the fact that the Note 4 sports a pen, which is in this case missing, or seems to be missing right here, but it's still, this is a pen and a digitizer, which the G3 for sure does not have. Let's just quickly talk about the rest of the specs. So we have this 3GB model of the G3 right here. There's also 3 gigs of RAM in the Note 4 standard, 32 gigs of minimum flash storage. There's also going to be a 64 gig version of the Note 4, which the G3 doesn't offer in this case. Let's check out the cameras back here. Samsung still does it the kind of old way, so in this case we're talking about a 16 megapixel camera that now also sports an optical image stabilizer, which the G3 also has, but the main difference is here that this is only a 13 megapixel camera, whereas this is a 16 megapixel shooter. What's also a difference, or a big difference between the two devices concerning their cameras, is that the G3 has their laser autofocus in here, while Samsung still does it the common way that is known from all the other smartphones that you might have been getting in the market. Also, design-wise, rear keys on the Galaxy Note 4, where the power button is on the right on the Note 4, and the rear keys are on the G3. I got that mixed up in this case. There's only a single LED flash on the Note 4, whereas the G3 sports their dual LED flash up here with the bicolor design. Speakers are pretty much in the same space down here, so on the back right there, that's where the speakers are at. And design-wise, there's also another difference, which is that the Note 4 uses their hardware buttons down here, which in this case has a fingerprint reader, which the G3 doesn't have, and it also has on-screen buttons right here. Battery size is pretty much the same, but the Note 4 has a 3220 mAh battery, while the G3 only sports a 3000 mAh battery. Let's just put them both on top of each other so you can see kind of the size of the two devices again. And thickness is pretty much the same, I think. I think the G3 is a bit thicker, since the Note 4 is only 8.5 millimeters thick, but in weight, the Note 4 is actually a bit heavier, since it's coming in at 176 grams, where the G3 is only 150 grams in this case. Front cameras are only, the G3 only has a 2 megapixel camera, and the Note 4 has a 3.7 megapixel camera right there. So that's just been a quick look. I'm not going to open this up because the alarm is probably going to go off. You can peel off the back on both devices and add a micro SD card slot, or put a micro SD card into the slot that's special for that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. They're both running Android 4.4 KitKat on here. Let's just quickly look at the performance of both devices. The G3 is a bit struggling with the high resolution in this case, so we all know that it's kind of having their micro stuttering going on right here. But the Note 4 seems pretty smooth actually. I guess Samsung has been doing some stuff here to minimize jitter or whatever that's going on right here. So TouchWiz seems pretty performant on this device in this case. So yeah, that's just been a quick, very, very shallow comparison between the Note 4 and the LG G3 in this case.